start?
Okay.
Hello.
Hi.
So it's been 20 years since the success of Speed.
Mm-hmm.
How does the taste of success taste these days
Just the
compared
same.
to back then?
Just the same.
Really?
I mean, for me, you just get back to normal life. The success of something is beyond your control. So you finish the film, you hope for the best. You're excited the moment you hear that there's a response, and then I immediately try to force myself back into the everyday. Mm-hmm. Nothing you can do about it. Don't be too excited about it. When it does badly, don't be too depressed about it. Life still goes on. So I try to approach it the same way I approach something that didn't work out, and that you still have to get up in the morning, still have to do your chores, and life, real life, still needs to happen. But we appreciate it, that's for sure. I mean, it's nicer than the alternative of people hating you.
Right, when you put so much work into it.
Yeah.
So it's a movie where you work a lot with your face and your eyes,
Mm-hmm.
Since you're wearing a spacesuit a lot of times.
Mm-hmm.
How do one rehearse for that or prepare oneself for that?
You can't. That's what's so frustrating about it. You don't have rehearsals for that emotional side. We just had rehearsals for the physical side, for the action, because I had to get it so down with my body in the slow motion and where the legs go and what your body does. That was the only time that we had rehearsals. The other stuff, you just had to get your body rhythm down, and then I had to go to my place, and then when I was ready, I would let them know, and we would do it. Yeah, we didn't have any rehearsals for that.
What I think is so fascinating is that the main character's trauma is pretty downplayed. Usually when you see a movie, if someone has experienced something that traumatic, it reflects on everything the person does, every body movement, every line. I was very impressed with how this feels more authentic. But was that something you discussed? Maybe it was too subtle, or like...
Oh no, we talked about it at great length. This is a visual feast. Alfonso had a visual movie that he wanted to tell, and when we came up with the backstory, the discussion was how much do we give away? How much do we let the audience, sort of come up with pieces in their own imagination? I wanted to reveal a lot of her in her mannerisms and her look. I wanted to remove anything that felt feminine and soft about her. Anything that reminded her of typical mom, of having been a soft mother, I wanted her to remove and just be all machine. And, she's shut down. She's dead. And I think people who've just been so traumatized and dead, you don't cry about, it's like for the most part, they're just surviving. The body's a machine to get you from A to B. They don't want to think, they don't want to feel. And they're very perfunctory about it. And that was a very conscious choice. I think because you get enough of the pieces, by the end of this film, there's enough of the pieces for you to go, oh, that's what happened. But there's enough open ground so you as a viewer can have your own journey and have your own life experiences so you go on this ride. We're not forcing the feeling on you. We're just giving a little bit of her side. But we want you to have your side as you're watching the movie.
Right. I saw a picture from when you were making the movie. It was you with a lot of people around you putting wires and, you were in the center of every scene. Was that ever suffocating to just be one person with all these people around you?
That's why
about every detail?
That's why the minute that they put on my little beanie, we had earwigs made like the professional musicians. So once the earwigs went in and the beanie went on, I was literally like I'd gone deaf. I had no sound, and it actually helped me just tune everybody out. You just sort of became robotic, and you stayed still for a good half hour. I would play music. I would have something going on in there, and that did help you sort of get away from the frustration of, okay, now then you're going to pull on here, they're going to do this, telling me to do this. It just became very mechanical.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
You deserve every praise you get.